Easy people, welcome back to my channel at Big Steve MCFC. Just reflecting on a few things that have happened this last couple of days. Second pre-season friendly, Manchester City 2, Bayern Munich 1. Another good workout in Tokyo. Great to see two separate teams, each half coming out there, getting minutes in the legs. Like we spoke about against Yokohama, we look very, very good. I think the first half team did okay. Bayern Munich are a strong outfit. They're well into their pre-season. They maybe had a little bit of revenge planned for the Champions League. But listen, we look fantastic. First half, Kovacic in the midfield again. Very, very comfortable. Looked like he'd been playing for City for a long time. It's his movement off the ball for me. He's always looking for space. He's always looking to receive a pass. I was watching a close eye on him and I was very impressed. The Bayern midfield was packed at times, but he was making space, connecting the dots, little layoffs here and there. He was covering when we were getting caught on the break. Bayern Munich very fast on transition. He was breaking up play. I thought he looked fantastic in there, Kovacic. I mean, we've only seen two halves of him, but he looked really, really well. And you can tell he's got the experience and you can tell he's got a little bit of nous about him. It's just keeping him fit and keeping him ticking over. And I think the more he's around the squad, the more training sessions Kovacic has with the team, he can only get better. The big one for me, first half against Bayern, was Rico Lewis. You know what I mean? What a season he's had. He's won the treble. He came in last pre-season. People didn't really know what to expect. He's had a great first season. He's played right back, inverted right back. He's played into midfield. Anyway, he was playing in a midfield role, a box-to-box midfield role. A bit like where Gundogan used to be, but I thought he was brilliant. I thought he was popping up in little pockets, receiving the ball. I didn't think he was wasting it. I think he was linking up well with Bernardo on the right. I think there was little overlaps going on with Kyle Walker. And I felt Rico Lewis was outstanding. For a young kid against Bayern Munich, the confidence he's got, he's just going from strength to strength. And I thought it was absolutely brilliant. The first goal was all Rico Lewis. You know, we got past Upamecano, who for me is a big lump of a centre-back. You know, we've seen Haaland deal with him in the Champions League. Rico bounced off him a few times, got through. He laid the ball back for Alvarez. Alvarez shot. Great save by the goalie, but he palmed it out to McAtee. Another young kid, McAtee, taps it in. I know it was a tap-in. It's his first goal. I thought McAtee was relatively quiet in the first half, but to get your first goal for Man City, he must be buzzing. He tapped it in, and it was 1-0 to City. I thought first half we were okay. We were steady. I thought we dealt with Bayern Munich relatively well. You know, they had Kimmich and all the boys playing, Leroy. But I just think we didn't get caught going too far forward. I think the four centre-backs at the back works. Obviously, Kyle Walker played at right back. Kyle's been linked with Bayern Munich. You know, everybody's saying he's going to Bayern Munich. I've been told of somebody he's staying. The noise is coming from Manchester and the German press is he's leaving. But I think Pep, big sign of the times. Apparently he was leaving him out. He didn't leave him out. He played him. He made him captain. So, and listen, looking at the way Kyle Walker played, he's going to be a big miss. You know what I mean? He probably wants more minutes than what Pep's going to give him. But as a squad player, as a human being, and as a captain material, Kyle Walker is right up there. And I'd be sorry to see him go. There was glimpses in the second half. In the first half, Alphonso Davies, he's rapid, and he was getting on the ball, and he was having to go at Kyle, but Kyle was on him every time, and that's what you get with Walker. We've seen it with Vinicius Junior, Real Madrid. You know, Kyle Walker kept up with him, dealt with him. So I'm hoping Kyle stays. I've got a good feeling about it, so I'm hoping Kyle Walker stays. And because we definitely need him. We don't want to be losing him. But first half, we went in 1-0 up. Ederson as well. First minutes for him this season, pre-season. So it was good to see Ederson get on the pitch. Second half, we changed the squad again. Just touching back on the first half, Jack Grealish played. He looked a little bit quiet. He didn't do anything wrong. He was just very, very steady. You know what I mean? He didn't really go at the fullback. He was more keeping the ball moving, keeping it ticking inside. Basically what we've seen from Jack playing for Manchester City. So, you know, nothing new there. Second half, changes it up. Rodri, Haaland, Foden, Calvin Phillips, Oscar Bob, Emerick Laporte, all the boys came on. Changed the setup again. I thought we were better second half. I thought Bayern Munich didn't have an answer to us. But Bayern scored. You know, it was a sloppy goal to give away, in my opinion. The guy got the cross in. Ederson made the save. He palmed it out. Sergio Gomez, he stood there. For me, he should hook that clear, but he didn't. Reaction time was poor, and Bayern got back in the game. You know what I mean? 1-1. Up until that point, City looked dangerous. We were knocking it around. We were playing really, really well. I thought Calvin Phillips did okay again. With Calvin, I think it's a movement thing. I'm looking at the movement of Kovacic. I'm looking at the movement of Calvin. I don't know if anyone agrees with me, but watch it next time you see it. Calvin seems to be very, very safe. He seems to be there when the safe balls are around, laying it off, keeping it ticking over, which is fine. But when some of the centre-backs are coming deep into midfield and it's getting a bit tight in there, he doesn't seem to peel off and find the space like Kovacic does. I thought Kovacic found the space much easier than Calvin. But listen, we're expecting big things from Calvin this season. It's another 45 under his belt. He's fit. He's working on his fitness and he's looking okay. So I'm not going to be too hard on him. I thought he did all right. I think he's going to have a good season. Emerick Laporte. Emerick played. His future has been up in the air. People don't know whether he's going to stay, whether he's going to go. Is Gvardiol coming in? We don't know. Does that mean the end of Laporte? Is he going to knuckle down and fight for his spot? I don't know. Why are other teams not banging on the door for Laporte? He's one of the best centre-backs in the world for me. Do you know what I mean? He's got a bit of something about him. Why is nobody banging on the door for him? Or a City holding out the inquiries until Gvardiol's done? I don't know. Nathan Ake got a little bit of a knock. I don't believe it's a major knock. I do think they took him off as a bit of a precaution. So, you know, I wouldn't worry about that. But Nathan's Nathan, steady. He's just on the verge of signing a new contract as well. So that's good news. We need Nathan Ake, man of all trades, can play anywhere on that left side. We need him signing. Rico Lewis, new contract. Just let me have a sip of the old brew. 6-year deal for Rico. You know, his room is he's on about $5,000 a week. It's going to go up to like 60 grand a week. So for him, as a young lad and his family, it's fantastic. He deserves it. So it'll be great to see Rico sign a new deal, give everyone a boost. Kevin De Bruyne didn't play again. Cole Palmer didn't play. I know Kevin's still got that bit of a knock. I know he's in and around the squad, but he's not doing heavy training. He's only on light sessions. Erling was up front. A couple of balls where, you know, he got on the end of it. A couple of snapshots wide and over the bar. Perone came on. Now, Perone, I like him. I think he's a steady player. I think he's a pep man. I think he doesn't give the ball away. I think he's very intelligent. As you can see for the second goal, he played a lovely through ball to Phil Foden. Phil Foden shot, came back off the keeper, ricocheted around, and Laporte tapped it in for the winner. Foden's playing more central. He's getting into that role. He's finding these little pockets and he's getting in there. He should have scored first game against Yokohama, one-on-one. He should have scored second game. His finishing one-on-one sometimes isn't the best. I've seen a lot of people in the comments of the last video mentioning Foden's shooting. I mean, he scores some great goals, Phil. I'm sure he'll be aware of that. He's got to make a decision quicker. Champions League final, spun the guy edge of the box, goes through one-on-one, finished the game, Phil. Bang, shoot straight at the keeper. It's something he's got to work on for me. But positive signs, getting into them positions. Oscar Bob, Gomez looking lively on the left. Definitely better playing on the wing for me. Trying to get round his man all the time, looking at getting the cross in. Oscar Bob was the same. Young kid, keep doing what he's doing. Listen, we won Bayern Munich. It's 2 wins out of 2. They're no mugs Bayern Munich, and we did the job. We looked well. Rodri in the midfield again, just class. But overall, a great performance from Manchester City, a good win, Anyone that was watching the Man City coverage the day before, the pitch side show, I was on there talking about the open training, Ruben Diaz press conference. If you've not checked it out, go on Manchester City YouTube channel. It's called Pitchside Live. And if you want to listen to me waffle on there for a bit, it was a good show, a long show. We talked about everything on there, even what colour sauce I have on my sausage butties. Do I have red sauce or brown sauce? Now, I'm sure you can guess the answer with the option red and brown. But watch it and find out. What colour sauce do you have on your butties? Anyone that says he has red sauce on sausage butties, you're a wrong 'un, mate. You're a wrong 'un. It's wrong. Don't do it. Don't do it. But I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments. But no, it was a steady workout. It was a steady workout for City. We got the win. We've moved on to Korea. I've just seen the footage, of the team landing in Korea. The scenes in the airport were mental. All these knobheads that come on these shows and comments and go on, oh, Man City, you got no fans. Well, while you've all been thinking we've got no fans, for the last decade, we've been behind the scenes building up this club to a momentous level. And when you see them scenes in Korea, 3 levels of fans all across the airport going absolutely mad. When you see the Haaland effect, then you realise the work that this football club's been doing behind the scenes. Then you realise why Paul Dickov and Sean Ryan Phillips and them have been taking trophies all around the world for the last 10 years, meeting people, greeting people, talking about Manchester City, spreading the word. Now you know why, because you see scenes like that. Anyone who hasn't seen it, go on Manchester City's channels, look at them arriving in Korea and look at it. So I always chuckle to myself, I'll be honest, because I find it great when rival fans say you've got no fans and, how can you do that? Because you can't do that. I love all that, mate, because that's just ignorance. And while they're being ignorant, we keep on growing. We keep on growing. So, carry on. Carry on, rival fans talking shit. You know what I mean? And another thing I'm going to say to you, City fans, start harping on about this treble more. Get this treble in their faces. Get it as your profile picture. Get it as your WhatsApp picture. Every now and then, drop a picture of Gundogan with a European Cup, Haaland with a European Cup, Pep with a treble. Keep ramming it down their throats, because if it was any other club in that top 6 that had done a treble, we'd never hear the end of it. Just because we're Man City fans and we're humble and we're laid back and we're relaxed with it, doesn't mean you can't gloat. Gloat, because I've been on streams this week and they're saying, oh, Big Steve's arrogant, Big Steve's he's so cocky, Big Steve's this and Big Steve's that. I've just won a treble. My team just won a treble. You know what I mean? I've followed the club all around the world all my life. I can't believe it. I love it. So I'm milking it. And if I come across arrogant, so what? Because people have been arrogant to us for many and many years. People have been giving us grief for many and many years. So from Gillingham 99 to Kevin Keegan, Stuart Pearce, Uwe Rosler, Niall Quinn, Keith Curl, wherever you've been and how we've lived it, we've won the treble. We are the champions of Europe. We're the champions of the Premier League and we're the FA Cup winners, beating Man United in a final. So it's not even begun yet. It's not even begun. I've seen some of the flags people are getting made. Big up City on Tour for making these flags. I've seen them, the mint. We won the treble in Istanbul, Navidad Street. We've seen it all. Oh, all that shit. Gives me goosebumps. I love it. I love all that stuff. The Terrace Cult treble T-shirts. Sold over 400 or 500 T-shirts. Can't wait to see him in the stadium. Away games, treble. You know what I mean? Get it done, man. Get it done. Don't be afraid to shout from the rooftops. that Manchester City Football Club, yeah, are the champions of Europe. Come on, that's what we want. Come on. Anyway, transfers, Gvardiol, is it happening? Is it not happening? I don't know. I'm past caring. I do believe it's going to happen, in my opinion. I do believe Man City will get it done. I do believe there's a few issues going on, but I think we get it done. We just sold another youngster, Mabude, who came from Rangers, striker, young kid, played well in the EDS. I spoke to him a couple of times, a lovely lad. He signed for Westerlo in Belgium, I think it is, KVC Westerlo. We got a 30% sell on and a buyback. Another young striker, obviously with Erling Haaland and Alvarez in front of you, you ain't getting in the team. Go over there, earn your coin. Maybe one day we see him in the sky blue shirt, but good business. Other than that, there's a few little links with players, Olise at Palace and that. Nothing concrete. We don't want to waffle about it because we don't know the ins and outs of it. I do believe there'll be signings. I think it will be late. I do believe by the time we get to the Charity Shield, we'll have a steady team ready to go. Captain situation. I was asked on City TV, who do I want to be the captain? I said Ruben Diaz. A few people said De Bruyne. A couple mentioned Walker. Rodri got a mention. So let me know, lads, in the comments. Who do you think for captain? Ideal world. Who would be your captain? Who would be your vice captain? Let me know. And we'll see how that pans out. I believe they're going to decide when they get back to Manchester. But I'm going to leave it on a little bit of sad news. Saying it's sad, it's not sad really. It's nice news. David Silva today announced his retirement. What a player. What a man. 10 seasons at Manchester City. 4 Premier Leagues. 2 FA Cups. I think it was 5 League Cups or something like that. 300 and odd games. 309 games. 60 goals. He came to Manchester. His first game was against Tottenham. And I remember Harry Redknapp saying at the end, like, I don't know where they've got the valuation from. And at the end of the day, that was laughable because he came in and he was unbelievable. Always put in a shift. Always did an 8, 9 out of 10 in every game. His assists, his work rate, never moaned, never caused any manager any issue. I think we took David Silva for granted sometimes. He was that good. I think we just knew he was dropping an 8 and 9 out of 10 every game. And the memorable moments, you've got the goal against Blackpool, his first one where he weaved in and out, put it in the bottom corner. You've got the pass and the goal at Old Trafford. You know what I mean? That goal when he went through for 5-1, I was thinking, please score that goal, please. 5-1, please, at Old Trafford. And he put it through his legs. Unbelievable scenes in the away end. David Silva. All the trophies he won. Do you know what I mean? Massive part of what Manchester City Football Club is today is David Silva. He came. They said he was too small. They said he was from Gran Canaria. They said he wasn't going to do it. He did it. He took over the Premier League and he was class. Even ex-pros like Gary Neville, Carragher, Scholes, people I always mention David Silva now because, you know, he glided around that pitch. You listen to ex-players and they say, who's the best you played against? They say, David Silva. I couldn't get near him on the pitch. And that's how he was. He was just so elegant, the way he popped up in all the pockets. You thought you had him under control. He was around you. He was away. And but what a man as well. You know, he had the problems in Manchester with his little boy. He was poorly. And Pep gave him time off and he went back to Spain and the whole club got behind him. And you could tell he appreciated that. You know what I mean? And we all stuck with him. You know, and David Silva was massive. Massive of me growing up watching Man City. He was a massive part of this generation of winners. David Silva was a part of that. Massive, massive. That's why he's got a statue. El Mago, the magician, number 21, David Silva. So from Big Steve and all my followers, I wish David Silva all the best. And I'd love for David Silva to come back to Manchester this season, visit everybody, you know, maybe come out before the game, say goodbye proper to the fans. And yeah, maybe we see David Silva more, you know what I mean? But what a great player. He went on to win the Copa del Rey at Real Sociedad. He's won the World Cup. He's won the European Championship twice. he's just an exceptional player. And listen, let me know your memories of David Silva. What do you think was the best David Silva moment? Leave it in the comments below. Let me know. But listen, Blues, that was my little weekly roundup. Couple of things going on. I've got another pitch side live show for Manchester City on Saturday morning. So we're going to be watching the open training session, Pep's press conference live in Korea. So tune in Man City YouTube channel and have a look there. I'll be on there. I don't know who I'm on with this time, but I'll be giving my thoughts. Obviously, an honour working for the club again. TikTok, I keep mentioning it. There's a few competitions going on TikTok. I'm nearly at 20k. If you don't follow me on TikTok, get over on TikTok and follow Big Steve at Big Steve MCFC. And last but not least, thanks to everyone that supported me this pre-season. Thank you for everybody who likes, comments on my streams. I'm trying to get round and reply to everyone, but I really appreciate it. Big shout out, Ballers Champagne, who have sponsored my stream this month. They've got the limited edition treble winning champagne in the box. They're doing really well with that. Like I've said before, if you're looking for a gift for a Man City fan, a birthday, a present, you know, click on ballerschampagne.com and you can always buy them a nice gift there. But that is for over 18s only. Yeah. Don't want any kids getting on the beer. Yeah. Because Big Steve's promoting Ballers and getting me in trouble. So don't do it unless you're over 21. I'm saying 21 to cover my ass. But listen, people, I appreciate the support. David Silva's retired. Man City's beat Bayern Munich 2-1. Rico Lewis is the new coming of Zidane. And Kovacic, he's going to smash the Premier League. Anyway, nice to see you. Up the Blues. Roll on Atletico Madrid on Sunday. And I'll see you soon.